next note is pay attention. Pay attention to road conditions, weather conditions, pay attention to the signs for animals, pay attention to your gas, pay attention to where you're going to be sleeping for the night, the things you're going to see, like just all around be observant at the same time of being safe, at the same time of taking in everything that's around you and stopping for all those little niches that people might not have stopped for and that you can experience. Literally, watch out for animals. There is signs along the way that I saw, watch out for bear, watch out for goats, watch out for mountain lions, watch out for ducks, watch out for quails, watch out for your standard deer. Like, those signs are real. Like, they're there because animals have fucked up people on those roads, and you do need to pay attention. You really, really need to pay attention. There was one night where I was driving in the back roads of Idaho, and freaking, I thought it was a reindeer from how huge it was, but I'm guessing it's an elk. An elk just straight up, I was going moderately slow because it was nighttime, and I'm like, ooh, pretty sky, ooh, pretty everything. And this elk just walks out, just chilling, just walks out, and I stop. He looks at me. This keeps going. I'm like, oh my God, if I would have hit that elk, like, my car would have been done. Like, my career with my car would have been done. Pay attention, especially at night. Even in the day, I was driving, cars in front of me. I saw this car hit their brakes. I'm like, okay, let me hit my brakes. A deer runs out in front of his car. I'm like, looking. A deer runs out in front of my car. Apparently, there's like a whole little herd on this side that was like, hey, let's pass right now. Up on Pikes Peak, there was like this little chipmunk that was like, I had to stop completely because he did not move. I had to honk and stop for him to get out of the road. Like, you have to pay attention to animals. They will jump out in front of you. They will cross the road at their leisure. They're worse than those fucking pedestrians in the city that know that it's their right of way, so they can just walk out in front of any car that they want. Not true. So yes, really watch out for animals. Like, be aware of the signs. Oh, freaking cow walked out in front of my car one night in New Mexico. Like, you have to be observant. I know it's said and should be like a given, of course, pay attention anytime you're driving, but pay attention to the road as far as like the condition. Not connected to my road trip, but one time I got stuck in a blizzard and it was terrifying, and I like had a little bit of like trauma from it afterwards, and I was like afraid to like be in my car even in like the rain. I almost put myself in a bad situation. When it came down to it, I decided to look at the GPS. There was nothing for like an hour or two, like X amount of miles, like no towns, no anything. We were on a baby back highway out going to the caverns of New Mexico that are out there a piece in the freaking wherever where the ground decided to open up, I could have been in a bad situation of like being stranded or like having to sleep on the side of the road and being at risk of the elements, at the animals, at a serial killer, at anything. This was deep night. This was like 1 a.m, like desert baby back roads. Like, I started to panic. I was starting to have like a really paranoid feeling, and not just that I was the only one out on the road, but it just felt like, I don't know if it was me being paranoid or like premonition or whatever, but I felt like if we would have went any further or kept continuing further, something bad would have happened. As far as like, I don't even want to think about it because it makes me that scared of what could have happened. And I will admit that it might be me being paranoid, but if you're going to find somewhere to sleep for the night, at least have a general idea of what city it's going to be in or how far away you are from it or something like that, because you could be put in a bad situation of where you're driving out in the bumfuck of nowhere and you end up with no gas and nowhere to sleep. If you can, like, I never let my car get down to less than like 100 miles till empty, just in case like anything happened and I went off the beaten path, couldn't find gas. Be wholeheartedly consumed in your road trip. Try not to stress about the worries of life or anything else like that. Just be wholeheartedly connected with the road trip, the road, and where you're going and the thing that you're doing. Just pay attention, because I care about you. I don't even know you, and I care about you. So that means your family cares about you, your friends care about you, you have plenty of people that care about you, and you need to be safe. And I have put myself in situations where unthinkingly I was not safe. I could have not been safe, and in that moment I was not thinking about my family. I was not thinking about how it would affect my friends if I was to leave this earth because of something that I did that wasn't safe. Be observant, be thoughtful, respect where you are. Come on, just have the things in the back of your head to be safe and know that people love you, and to be respectful and be patient, not only to people but also with the environment.